Hello and welcome back to On's Garden. My name's On and this is my garden. In fact, it's the kitchen garden. There's also the outside garden, but it's too wet and too damp to go out there today, so we're not going out there. It's early morning, just got up and just got a cup of tea. Delish. We've got some work to do, so we're going to be walking around the kitchen, checking out some of the good bits and also looking at the troublesome area, and that's going to be the main focus today, is trying to get the troublesome area a lot healthier and productive for plants, because as it is at the minute, it's struggling. And it's one of those areas where you keep planting things and they keep dying, and we need to get into it and actually get into the soil and have a good deep dive into what's going on there. So if you want to join me, you want to see what I'm getting up to, then yeah, let's go. Okay, let's just start with a new plant that I've just got. Now this plant here is called the Magnificum, and it's a beaut. Look at this. Look at these leaves. Now I've actually bought these cheap in the sales because that's how I like to buy my plants, so it's not huge. And most of the plants I buy in the sales tend to have a little bit of damage, or there's something wrong with them, or they don't get here very well, especially because it's really cold and it's the winter months. But I want you to take a look at this little leaf that's just come out of this. Look, how gorgeous is that leaf? I mean, like, wow. And that's growing fast, so it was a little bit smaller than that yesterday. So I'm looking forward to seeing how big it gets. It's a native plant from Colombia, and apparently the Magnificum can grow up to 10 feet long. But I'm not expecting that. I just want a nice plant with a nice leaf. That will do me fine, thank you very much. In fact, it's already bringing me joy just looking at that and seeing how that gets on. Now, this area here I am very happy with. It's an area that I've done a little bit of work to. I've put in the bamboo in the background, and we've got a nice Philodendron Billietiae in the middle here. So the wall itself is doing really well, especially the big fern at the top there, Boston fern, doing very well. And in here, this is my troublesome area that we've got to sort out, and it's mainly this bed here. All the stuff on the walls are okay, but the actual plants on the inside are struggling. Now you can see straight away we've got some problems with pests, or we have had some problems with pests, and we still have lots of little bugs on there, but they're the good ones. We had a little problem with thrips that we had to sort out, so we got some of the anti-thrip bugs. So we're going to let the Alocasia Swirsky do the job and eat all the bad bugs. And we're also going to get into the soil now, so we're going to take out all of these stones. I filled this full of slate just to keep the moisture in the soil, but basically I want to replace that with plants, so I'm taking all the stones out, and I'm going to take a lot of the plants out just so we can start from scratch and see how we're going with this section. I'm going to dig out some of these plants, so we need to move them anyway. Here we go, and that's Calathea, and roots don't look too bad on that, a little bit black. We've got a beautiful begonia dark side of the moon. Now, unfortunately, that's not looking at its best, so I think we'll have him out into another pot for now. see if we can get him growing a bit better. I'm going to lift up the Alocasia scalpum. As you can see, this one should be doing better, but we've got some dried leaves on there. Yeah, it's not been very happy. I don't think it was very happy with the move. It's only a recent plant. Roots are... There's a good root. There are a few a bit damp, a bit mushy, I guess. Some good ones in there, so we'll repot that. Hopefully that'll recover. So I'm going to pull it up. There we go. Homalomena. Look at these roots. These are good quality roots here. Nice and white. They're not black or mushy. And we can see some new growth shoots there. If I take that, it's got stuck on there. I'll have to cut that. But if you look here, you can see this is a new shoot here, so we'll be able to split that off. I'll be able to pull it off. Let's try and pull it. Give it a little wiggle. There we go. So there's a new plant there that we can use. And this yellow leaf here is just a growing leaf. So as the new shoots or the new leaves come out, the old ones die off. So that's all that is, so I'm not worried about that one. Roots are very healthy on this. So very pleased the Homalomena's okay. And down the bottom, the soil's fairly moist, which is good. But at the top of the soil, it's all bone dry. You can see the difference in colour from that soil to that soil, which is just like sand. So we're going to have to improve the soil. Some grit, which I'm going to put in for a bit of aeration. We've got some vermiculites and some more liquor. Just for the aeration. Right, so let's get that mixed in. This is the fun bit. Ooh, I love my soil. These plants have never had it so good. Move it out away from the back, nearer to the front, so we can see it better because it's a beautiful plant. It's not been in there long, so I don't expect any roots or anything really to be flying away for it. Homalomena. which I'm going to put in the back there because that gets a bit bigger than the Adelonema, Wolsey. So Homalomena goes in there. We want a big plant in here somewhere, and I think we'll probably do. Sure, we're going to do another. It's covered in beneficial bugs, so I want to leave it there, just so we don't lose the bugs. I mean, it looks very tatty. It doesn't look good at all, but we've got to try and keep this one, I think, because it's got all the good bits on it, and the roots are good, so I expect that one to survive. It's just a case of how long is it going to take before it starts to look good again. Bottom there, I think. Okay, it's the next day and we're quite happy with what we've done yesterday. Basically, I found a few more plants lying around. I found a couple more Homalomenas which we've put into the actual border, just to bulk it up a bit and make it look a bit more jungly. We've also added the Indian mint, and hopefully this stuff's going to fill the bottom of this trough and actually flow over the edges down the sides. So we'll give that a go and see how it goes. The soil's been improved, so we've got vermiculite in the top layer, which is going to stop the water going straight through to the bottom, so some of it will remain in the vermiculite and actually provide a resource for the shallow rooted plants, which a lot of these are. In fact, the only ones with deep rooted plants are these ones here, which is the bird of paradise. So we want to retain some of the nutrients and moisture at the top of the soil, so that's what these little bits of vermiculite are going to do. And yeah, I think it's going to work quite well. I just need to keep an eye on it while everything's growing. One thing I could do with is probably a big plant at the middle trellis, but I haven't actually got any of those at the minute that I can spare for the middle of the trellis. So we're going to have to wait and see if one of my other plants grow and see if we can use one of those, or we might have to invest in a new plant. If you've enjoyed my videos and you'd like to see more, please subscribe or click the like button, then you'll get notified when the next one comes out, and hopefully we'll keep making some good videos. Thanks for joining, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.